Old School is back. It is here. The streets are being patrolled by gangs, apparently. This is Manhunt on the PS2. The very controversial Manhunt, developed, published by Rockstar, who obviously make the GTA series and other stuff, Red Dead, etc. You all know that. I remember this game. I remember playing a bit of this game on the original Xbox. So I think it was on PC, Xbox, and then this version PS2. Now, I've never played it on PS2. It was either banned in some countries, or rather, it was given a mature rating. So yeah, I've just watched all the introduction, that kind of thing, and then I hit record because it does go on for a bit. I remember this game got pretty good reviews, but I also remember that I wasn't keen on this game. I thought it was boring, basically, because Rockstar generally develop really, really good games, and in my opinion, this wasn't one of them, although I could feel differently about that after spending a bit of time with this right here, right now. So apparently, walkover items to pick them up. That was such a thing with Rockstar games in this era, wasn't it? Just like floating objects on the floor. So yeah, going back to the controversy, it was all over the news, wasn't it, when around release. I always remember there being a story that a few of the guys who actually worked at Rockstar allegedly were really unhappy about working on this project. They thought the violence was over the top and unnecessary and that kind of thing. So the reputation preceded it, basically. I mean, people talked about this game. The marketing was just done for it because of the bad press that it was receiving in the media at the time. But gameplay wise, let's see what this is about. So I've got to take this guy out. Hey, what did I do wrong there? Uh-oh. So the story with this game is like, you're basically walking around and you've got to do these executions and that kind of thing to open doors and all that. From what I can remember when I played this very briefly a long time ago. So you've got this guy talking to you on like a headset, or I'm wearing a headset, like an earpiece, and he's talking to me via some comms link. And he gives me orders along the way. There isn't a lot of story here, really. And the little story that's going on behind the scenes, from what I remember, it's not memorable at all. But that's just my opinion. Some people might like the lore and the universe that you've got in this Manhunt game. There was a sequel to Manhunt. It was called Manhunt 2. I've never played it. I might have a look at that for Old School guys. If you'd be interested in that, let me know in the comments, as always. So I can hide in the shadows. Hunters will not see me if I'm lurking in the shadows. Oh, look at that. I'm having a good old lurk in there. But yeah, there's just something about this game that I just didn't like. I just didn't take to it at all. It's very slow. I found it tedious. It's not a bad game, so I wouldn't feature this on my bad video games playlist because, yeah, like I say, I don't think it's a bad game. I think technically it's a very good game, actually. I say that as I get some funky camera going on. So I've got to take this guy out. Let's see if I can do it properly this time. Oh, he did turn around, but I'd already pressed X for the execution. So that is basically why this game was either banned or, again, given a mature rating, was those cutscenes when you execute someone with a carrier bag or with a... Trying to think what weapons that you get throughout this game. But yeah, basically those cutscenes are what is what caused the controversy. So these are painkillers. Each bottle replenishes half of your health. Okay. So I'm playing this via PCSX 2. I'm using the PlayStation 5 controller, the DualSense, to play this. I'm also upscaling, or rather the software is upscaling it to 1920 times 1080, 1080p. So it looks a little bit more shiny, a bit more polished than it would have back in the day on the original hardware. So we've got to fight this dude here. Rather than just execute, it'll be a fist fight. I'm pretty sure... Yes, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure you can lock on to the enemies in this. And yeah, hold the L1 to lock on. Yeah, I find the blocking in this a bit strange. You kind of just let go of everything to block. I still don't understand that mechanic, because when you do that, sometimes the enemy can still hit you and hurt you. Yeah, going back to the reviews, guys. This, like I said at the top of the video, had like 8s out of 10, like everywhere. A couple of 7s. Oh, I can see you over there. Which I didn't quite understand. I was like, really? What am I missing here? I gotta say, it was very different. It is very different to any other games that were around at the time, I guess. You can't go into this expecting GTA, because it's just not a GTA game, obviously. It's got that Rockstar feeling going on with it, because you've got the graphical style, I guess, of the GTA games, which would have been around on a PS2 at the time. Oh, I've balls that one up. I really don't like these light effects that you can see down the right, the spotlights. It's just, yeah, look at it. It just, I don't think that's an emulator glitch either. I'm pretty sure that's what it would have been like native as you played it on the hardware. So Cash is my character. Each gang has their thing. These guys call themselves the Hoods, but none of that should. I mean, these hoodlums just doing circuits around car parks and stuff. It's like, haven't they got anything better to do than just that? Do you know what I mean? That's what I always kind of wondered when I used to, or when I did play this way back in the day. Now, I didn't own this game. I used to play it over some guy's house, again, on the original Xbox. He was a student in university, I always remember, and he missed so much. I'm going to die here. No, I'm not. It's because my character's flashing red on the bottom right there. Yeah, he missed so much university because he just played video games. And it's like, Mike, I've got Manhunt, man. Come and check it out. And yeah, it just wasn't for me. Okay. So, apparently, there's another hunter around the corner. There he is.
He's over here for sure.
And I have died. So yeah, it's all about making this, like, dodgy movie for this guy who's talking to me via the comms link.
Snuff him out.
Oh,
I see you.
yeah, I'm not feeling this game at all. I find it clunky to play. It's using the GTA engine, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, I'm going to die on purpose here, guys. Just so I can see if I can sneak up on him next time. And properly do the execution. Because that's what this game is about. But yeah, going back to the GTA engine. I mean, you don't play GTA games to relish the third-person combat, really, do you? It's always been a little bit awkward to play. And because this game is entirely on foot, like this, in third person, I've always, or rather, I used to find this, and I still do, again, clunky to play. It's very awkward to play. I love the way it peeks around the corner.
Hell, I can't find nothing.
It looks really nice, graphically, for its age. It's aged really well, visually. It does help having the 1080p scaling, obviously, but I remember back in the day thinking this looked good. Looked really nice on the Xbox. Oh, I've done it again. I'm just going to run. Oh, I've got to kill the hunter to open the door. So yeah, that is a thing. That's a theme throughout this game. You've got to take out the enemies to progress. You can't cheese it and just run through the levels. Because this guy wants his dodgy movies.
You don't have to do this.
I just always struggled with how edgy it was trying to be, and I was just like, nah. And I could see why, allegedly, some of the guys at Rockstar were uncomfortable being behind the creative process of this, and just the general reception that it was getting. It was, people didn't really want to be associated with it, maybe, or some people didn't.
Nice that jump.
Oh, I've actually done it properly this time.
Beautiful. You're warming up our audience nicely.
It's a very challenging game. So there's two difficulties. Just before I hit record, I just chose the normal, what is supposed to be normal difficulty. In this, it's called Fetish. And then you got the hardcore mode. I think it's called hardcore, which is hard, basically. It's like, yeah, and that must be ridiculous, because normal or fetish in this is very challenging. I'm at the beginning here and just doing, this is kind of the tutorial in a way, and it's challenging. This is a challenging game. I never did get far in this game. I'm sure you could squash the rats if you run up to them as well, or if you run over them. See, kill the remaining hunter to open this gate. That's just the theme. That's what's going to happen every time.
Hey guys, where's my backup? You bunch of pussies.
I mean, it is a stealth game of sorts, but for me, I'd much rather play the original Metal Gear Solid on PS1 than this, because you've got all the interesting characters and a really cool storyline and that kind of thing going through it. I didn't find that with this. This is just mindless. Okay, so he's around. You can see him there, guys, on my mini-map, on my radar. He's around that corner. This is a bugbear of mine with this game. And I know I'm sounding very critical of this game, but the enemy patterns when they're moving around the map, they would just stand there for ages. So you spend a lot of your time waiting for them to move on to the next part of their linear journey, because obviously they're on a linear path. They'll keep walking that same route over and over again, and you're just there waiting for them to turn around so you can go behind them and make the execution. It's just tedious. It's a tedious game. It's not a bad game, but I just find it tedious. I think technically it's a very good game. Right, let's see if I can do this. Yeah, got him.
They're going to be screaming your name, boy. Mark my words.
They're going to be screaming my name, boy, apparently. Right, so I got to go to that gate, which is just opened. The gate I tried to go through before, which is this way, isn't it? Okay, let's save. There's no auto-save in this game, I don't think. But a lot of games back then were manual save only, weren't they? Hunters on different floors from yours are displayed as small triangles on the radar. See if I can... Hey, there you go. You can stomp on the rats, or just, like, step on them. So, just picked up a glass shard.
There are some more of these shitheads hanging around the exit. Give me some grade A, honest to God gore, and you'll be buzzed through the door.
Okay. But do you get the comparison I was making, guys, to Metal Gear Solid? Very different games, but the general gameplay premise being very kind of stealth focused and like luring people towards you and then going around behind them, that kind of thing. It's just Metal Gear Solid does it so much better than this, so much better. And again, the emphasis with this game is... Look at that. You can't hear me. It's told me to bang the walls to lure the enemies. You can't hear me at all. But yeah, the emphasis on this is executions, isn't it? With Metal Gear Solid, you can choose how you want to play. You don't have to kill enemies. I need to go and play that game again. I haven't played it for a long time. I love Metal Gear Solid. So, I think... Oh, you see me. I'm just gonna run. Run! I think there are two bad dudes up here, which I gotta get rid of to progress. But it's just tedious, guys. I mean, I'm bored playing this, I have to say. I can usually see the good or get some enjoyment from most of these old games. But this is just boring. Let me know in the comments if you played this back in the day. What do you think of this game? But I think... Hey you, you're dead meat. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it a day there, guys, when it comes to Manhunt. Like I did say at the beginning of this video, I will check out Manhunt 2 at some point as well. I'll be really interested in playing that because, again, I haven't played it before. This has been old school. Look out for more content coming to the channel. And I'm going to hide here. Can I take this guy out? Yes, look at that. An execution just before... Yeah, just before I call it a day. I'll speak to you all soon, guys. Take care.